Hello guys, this is Spyderrock, and a couple of days ago, this channel just hit 2,000 subscribers. I know, it's awesome, so thank you guys so much. And I think the only way that I can truly thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers is to, finally release my texture pack. So here's some of the stuff in it here. I don't know why the shield's, actually the shield looks normal, never mind. Anyway, I'm releasing it. There will be a download link in the description. You can download the texture pack. I'm aware there are some bugs with it. Like sometimes on mobile, the experience bar will be just like a purple and black thing and it doesn't load incorrectly. I am working on updating it, but I wanted to go ahead and at least put this out as a version. So and a special thanks to Zeitgeist for helping me actually get a functioning MC pack file. That was really really nice of them. Anyway, so right here is some of the stuff that I'm going to what am I trying to say? I'm going to show you everything that's in this pack, but first I would like to make a little announcement. I am going to have to cut back on both uploads and streams. I'll probably stop uploading on Fridays and most Mondays, and some other things like that. I will probably only stream once a week, if that. And I'll let you know before I stream and stuff, but I have school now, so I'm gonna have a lot less time to do things. Anyway, I think we should go ahead and hop into some of the things. So I guess the most obvious thing here is the birch trees. This is a shader, so this won't work on Xbox. It's not, you can't just recolor the birch leaves. But my birch tree shader, all my birch trees are pink, and I've always liked how that looks. It used to be like a whole Java edition thing that I thought was cool. It came with some popular texture packs. I just really like it. So pink birch leaves, that's what's going on here. Another thing that is a little bit less obvious is when you're underwater, there is no more water fog. Well, there is still water fog, but it's so far away you won't be able to see it really. So yeah, you'll be able to see underwater perfectly clearly. It's great, and then you can hop out of water, and with water itself still looks blue. That's just my personal opinion. As well as you can see over here, the fire and soulfire both have much shorter textures. I just sort of shortened them down, smushed them down a little bit. But yeah, they're a lot shorter, and when you're standing in them, you mainly just see your hand light up, and then you see a little bit of a fire effect there. Also, the hotbar, I'd like to point this out too, is different. Not all of this dark mode stuff. This you have to use the dark mode texture pack for, which I made a video on a while ago. But the hotbar is included with this. So the gray hotbar with the purple little hotbar thingy, that is all included. So I guess we should go from like this side to this side. So over here you can see all the diamond tools are changed. They have what looks, I guess I made it try to look like an iron bar or something in the middle of it, just to, I don't know, I think it looks cool. I've always liked doing that. That's what my pack has had for a while. And then the netherite sword, the handle of it is adjusted to match the handles of all of the other netherite tools. You can see that little gray portion of the netherite axe handle, that kind of thing. That is put onto the netherite sword handle. I just thought it was a nice continuity thing. Let's see, I guess next up here we have the glass. Now you can see that the edges of the glass is actually opaque. So, well, not opaque, what am I trying to say? Translucent, there we go, that's the word. So you can actually see through it, because before it used to just be like white and gray, and now you can actually see through it. Same thing goes with glass panes, although this part here is solid. I just prefer the look of that if that is not clear at all, if that's completely solid. I probably should eventually like make it a little bit darker, but I think it looks good for now. Next over here we have all the netherite armor. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and grab it here. All the netherite armor is a little bit darker around the edges, just because I wanted to make it look like it does sort of in these little pictures, how it's darker on there. And I actually really like how it looks. You can see I have all of it on here. And I tried to fix the netherite pants a little bit, because you can see there's that weird bit on the top of them there. I still can't really fix them, but it looks better, I think, still. But anyway, the netherite armor, it's a little bit bolder. It looks a little bit cooler, because in my opinion, I like the shape of it, but just the actual like design on it was a little bit ugly before, in my opinion. So I went ahead and tried to make that look a little bit nicer, just for those of you that have netherite gear. Also here is the redstone. You can see all of the redstone it's much thinner, it's much more streamlined, and I personally prefer it like this. Makes it easier to see exactly where your redstone is going. It's not going to be all over the place. I really just, I don't know, I like how it looks. I tried to add a little bit of detail to it so you could sort of, it didn't just look like a line, it actually had some texture. And you can see it over here where the cross is too. Let's see, what else do we have here? So we've got scaffolding. Now it has holes in it so you can actually see where you're going. I just like dragged my cursor over the top of it there and just cut out that part. And I adjusted a couple other things too. But yeah, there you go. Now you can actually see through your scaffolding. We've also got right here elytra are a little bit, hold on. They're a little bit more, I made them the same color as they are in here. So you can see it's a little bit like more purple than they actually are in the game. Because in the game they're very, or maybe it's a little the other way around. But I made them look a lot more like they do in the picture, and I gave them that little outline that they sort of have in the picture. Just a very minor adjustment, but I personally really like it. I don't think they were like blue enough in the picture, or in the actual like what they originally were. Anyway, I like it. I think they're just a little bit more bold. They look a little bit nicer. So that's all down. Pretty much everything in this pack is just my personal preferences. If you want to remove anything, feel free to just delete the file. Next up here we have arrows, which the flint on arrows, which if I grab a bow you can see bow and a crossbow. Yeah, you can see at the tip of the crossbow it actually looks like flint. I don't know why that lagged so much. I have a little thing there to demonstrate. Same with the bow on the tip of the arrow. Why is this lagging so much? Oh my gosh. But the tips of the arrows actually look like flint. I think one of you guys gave me this idea. Maybe it was William, I'm not sure. And then also here we have the ocean crawler themed fishing rod. Just as a little hint or a little nod to Sea of Thieves. Which is a game I'm unable to install right now for some reason. There are a couple games I can't for no reason. Anyway, this fishing rod, I just tried to make it look a little bit cooler, a little bit nicer, and I personally really like it over the regular wood fishing rod. I think it just adds something to it. I also made these monster spawners. I re-textured them a little bit to change the color scheme of them to match. Let's see if I can find it. Where is... Okay, I'm just gonna have to search it up. Chain, and let's see, where are the soul lanterns? Are they in here? Where are they? Items? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I tried to make them match the soul lanterns, the soul fire stuff, and the chains as well. So you can see that the color schemes are pretty much the same. There's a little bit more darkness in the monster spawner, but that was sort of on purpose. But this is just sort of a continuity thing. But if you want to use monster spawners in your build, you could actually like build with them now and not have them be these weird like purpley brown like boxes that are kind of ugly in my opinion. So yeah, I did that just to make these look a little bit cooler. I could have made them like red or something, but I prefer this honestly. I'm breaking the ground. That's not good. Let's see. What else do we have? So iron bars, because I don't know if you noticed this, but you can see, I think it's different in my hand. In the hotbar, you can see it's the texture, the actual iron bars texture. But if I put them down, you can see that it just repeats half of it back and forth. That is a Minecraft bug that's been happening a lot and still happens, and it makes the actual iron bars look really ugly. So I went ahead and just made these bars, and I think it looks way better than the actual iron bars. Plus you could build like prisons and stuff with them. So anyway, that's what I did with these. The textures are pretty much the same, but there's nothing linking the bars, so you can't really notice that bug. So yeah, there's that. And then next here we have the shield. I tried to make it as as normal as possible, so you can see it just looks like a regular shield, except it's only got 4 dots instead of 6. I think is what the normal one has, and it does not get in the way as much, which is much better for PvP or PvE. If you just want to have your shield there, you don't want it to cover up like half of your screen, but you want to be able to know when it's like held up so you can block stuff. And it still looks like a regular shield. It doesn't take away from it too much. I used to have like a creeper thing on it, but I'm just too lazy to put it on actually again. So anyway, over here, let's see, we already covered the fire stuff. Over here, okay, this is a good thing. Maps. So maps, locator maps, all the maps will now be the same color coloration as some other things. So I tried to make them look a little bit less green, and I was basing this off with something, but I forgot what oh yeah, okay, so inside of a map you can see the colors that when you open the map, they're like, the map itself is kind of tan. Originally the map, when you're holding it, it looks tan, but then like the hotbar map, that is just like a weird greeny yellow color, and it's really ugly. So tried to fix that. I also made it so you can see a little picture, so you can tell much easier if the map is empty or not. So you can see that this one isn't empty because it's got that little picture at the bottom. Same thing goes for all the types of map, including the like Ocean Explorer maps and stuff. There's a little section where you can see it's a little bit more blue, or green, I mean, so it looks like a it looks like there is a temple there. Things like that. You'll probably want to check it out for yourself. Up here, I think this is William's idea, we have little designs on the flower pot. I just thought it made it look a little bit nicer too, so I just sort of stuck with it. And it gives it a little thing. I didn't change the actual flower pot texture, but it's just a nice little Easter egg for the pack if you want to use that. And then over here you can see these are the ores that I have outlined. So mainly I outlined the ones that you actually want to pick up, the expensive, worthwhile ones, here in their respective colors. And then these guys here, the coal and the iron, are made so that if they're on the side of a mountain or something, they won't really stand out. Like you can see this coal over here, if I made it have like a completely black outline, it would look really ugly on the side of this mountain, but I gave it a dark gray instead, so it actually sort of fits in. And if I throw some iron in here, you could see how having that iron surrounded in that like tan thing would kind of look ugly. But right here, it looks not too bad, being surrounded in the dark gray. So I did that for those two just because I could. And then since Ancient Debris is a really cool looking block, and I don't want to like take away from that, I don't want to surround it in anything weird, I darkened the edges around it and then gave the corners just like a little quartz color. And yeah, so it just stands out a little bit more when you're mining. You probably won't miss it anymore, so I think that's a general plus. And that's pretty much it for the pack. Oh, right. Okay, then the other thing here is all of the records, or the music discs, they all have their own special little textures here. So if you want to actually use any of them, it'll be easier to identify what they are, plus they look a little bit cool, a little bit nicer. Another shout out to William for coming up with that idea. But they all sort of fit in with that pig step design that pig step has, where the outside is all red. With these, they're all going to be the same. I still wanted to have pig step have a little bit of variation. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. There's a link in the description where you can download this pack if you would like to use it. Thanks for watching me here. Sorry about the adjusted upload schedule. I'll probably post a community post about, like, with the image of my schedule or something. Anyway, thanks for watching me here. See you guys later, and bye.